You made it. After the desert, after the sea, after everything. You are finally in Europe. You thought this moment would feel like victory, but standing here now, it feels different. Quiet. Uncertain. Heavy because no one prepared you for this question. What next? Step 1. Learn the language. Survival first. The first step is simple, but not easy. Learn the language. Back home, you had a voice. Here you struggle to speak. You cannot explain yourself. You cannot ask for help. You cannot even defend yourself. People get impatient. Some ignore you. Some laugh. And that's when it hits you. Language is not just communication. It is survival. So you start again. Like a child. One word at a time. One sentence at a time. Because without language, you are stuck. Step 2. Fix your documents. Legal stability. The second step is the most important. Your documents. In Europe, you cannot just stay. You must belong to a system. A student. A worker. Something recognized. Not just survival jobs. Not just anything. Without proper papers. Every day feels temporary. Every knock on the door feels like a warning. Every police officer feels like a question waiting to happen. Papers, please. And in that moment, your future can change. Step 3. Take any job, but think long term. The third step. Work. Not your dream job. Not your qualification. Just work. Back home, you were educated. A graduate. An H&E holder. A professional. But here, that does not matter yet. Your certificates may not be recognized. Your experience may be questioned. So you start from the bottom. Cleaning. Lifting. Night shifts. You work hard, but it doesn't feel like progress. Because deep down, you know this is not where you want to stay. So yes, take any job, but don't lose your direction. Many international students who travel to Europe, especially places like Northern Cyprus and Italy, often face serious financial challenges. Some arrive with limited funding, enroll in school, and begin attending lectures with the intention of paying tuition gradually. However, due to financial pressure, many eventually drop out and turn to menial jobs to survive. At the back of their minds, most of these students still hope to raise enough money to return to school. Unfortunately, for about 95% of them, this dream rarely materializes. Low-paying jobs, combined with rising living expenses such as rent, electricity, Wi-Fi, water, transportation, food, clothing, and even the responsibility of sending money back home as breadwinners, make it extremely difficult to save. Over time, returning to school becomes less realistic. In a few cases, some students manage to navigate these challenges successfully. I recall a friend from Cameroon who lived in Gurn, Northern Cyprus. His undergraduate degree took him 8 years to complete because he was frequently going in and out of school due to financial struggles. It was a 4-year course. He was among the fortunate few. One of the key factors in his story was his connection to a Pentecostal church in Lefkosia. The church was led by a Nigerian pastor who had originally come as a PhD student but later established the ministry. Interestingly, if there are 10 Pentecostal churches in Northern Cyprus, about 8 were founded by African students who eventually became pastors, whether by divine calling or circumstance. As Karl Marx once suggested, religion can serve as an opium of the masses. While serving God is not inherently wrong, it should be done with a strong sense of responsibility and purpose. Returning to my friend's story, he began working in the church as an interpreter. The pastor preached in English, and many of the members were French-speaking Africans. Since my friend was fluent in both English and French, he became an essential part of the ministry. Eventually, the pastor helped him acquire a taxi through a hire purchase arrangement, giving him a more stable source of income. Clearly, he was fortunate, if not smart. However, many others are not as lucky. Some students abandon education entirely and move straight into menial jobs without any long-term plan for personal development or acquiring a trade. A significant number hold on to the hope of relocating to countries like Canada, the United Kingdom, or the United States. For many, this dream remains unrealistic and they become stuck in the struggle to survive. Some individuals are pushed into illegal or risky activities such as drug trafficking, human trafficking, prostitution, or exploitative hookup arrangements. Step 4. Upgrade your self-certificates and skills. The fourth step is where many people struggle. Upgrading yourself. You discover something painful. Your H&D may not be enough. Your degree may not count the same. You are told to start again, to study again, to take new courses, to prove yourself again. It feels unfair, but this is the system. And if you want to move forward, you must adapt. Because in Europe, recognition is everything. Step 5. Find stability. Housing, license, life system. The fifth step. Build stability. Find a place to live, even if it means sharing space. Rent is high. Space is small. Privacy is rare. Sometimes you pay in strange ways. Different currencies, unfair conditions, but you manage. Then comes driving. New rules. New system. New side of the road. Everything feels reversed. And slowly, you begin to rebuild your life. Piece by piece. Many people leaving Africa for Europe, often through agents, arrive after paying 3 to 5 months. Rent up front, but what happens next is where the real challenge begins. As soon as they settle in, some fall into an extravagant lifestyle, living alone in a room with air conditioning or heating, entertaining the opposite sex and paying for their company and choosing supermarkets over more affordable, local or African markets for food. These habits quickly drain savings. This is a costly mistake. Within a few months, the money runs out and reality sets in, often harshly. Europe, in its own way, teaches discipline. It forces you to live prudently, cut unnecessary expenses, and avoid distractions. Your focus should always be on the long-term goal, stability and success. There is no need to announce your relocation to the world. Move quietly, stay focused. Build your life step by step and refine it with time. The silent struggle, mental reality. No one talks about this part. The loneliness. You miss home. You miss your people. You miss being understood. You are surrounded by people, but completely alone. Some nights, you ask yourself, was it worth it? Small wins. And then slowly, things begin to change. You understand more. You speak better. You meet people. You grow. Not fast. Not easy. But real. Europe is not magic. It is not instant success. It is not an escape from struggle. It is a different kind of struggle. One that tests your patience, your identity, your strength. So if you are coming, come prepared. Not just for the journey, but for the life after arrival. Because arriving is only the beginning.